this is my swag every day, all day,
Awkward.
to this day. Literally right opposite the Royal Courts of Justice that Shaq did mention, we have Twinings. So Twinings for, and yes, I know we keep mentioning tea over and over again, but come on, we're British, allow me, sue me. So Twinings is literally one of the, if you don't know, one of the most popular brands in the UK for tea itself. And this is the very first time I'm actually finding out about it. So let's go on a journey together. Let's go. Wait, priorities. Let's get this mask on.
Mask on.
I knew it. I knew it. Alright, let's go.
Afternoon tea.
Do you want one? No, I'm serious. If you want one, let me know. Out of us three, right? The most tea fanatic person I've ever met is actually mine. This guy,
You heard right, people.
this guy does not sleep without tea, does not wake up without tea, does not do anything without tea. That's why.
That's true. I wouldn't get out of bed.
Yeah.
I wouldn't leave the house until I have tea.
So, at our next spot, we are here at Fleet Street, and it's very well situated. We're at the end of Fleet Street, connected to Ludgate Circus. You can continue eastwards to go towards St. Paul's, or at Ludgate Circus you can turn right if you're coming off Fleet Street to go towards Blackfriars, where you can get onto Blackfriars Bridge and see a really nice panoramic view of the Thames and both sides of the river itself. So we're on the other side of Fleet Street, and to be honest, I can understand why it's not the most expensive place on the board. I mean, there's not much to do on the road itself, but I understand why it's got its own respective value, because it's connected to so many things, and one of them is being Strand, which is also on the Monopoly map.
Yo people, we are here at Trafalgar Square. Now, gonna drop a couple facts for you guys. The first station that's closest to here is Charing Cross Station. Now, Trafalgar Square as a whole, it connects many different places all at once. So, 6 minutes that way is Leicester Square, 8 minutes that way is Piccadilly Circus, and another 10 minutes that way is Buckingham Palace. And another reason why Trafalgar Square is so famous is because it houses the National Gallery, which we are gonna check out in just a sec. Right guys, here to drop a couple of facts for you about the National Gallery. First things first, do go on the website, check the timings and slots available for you to go in. It is free, so thumbs up from here. Number two, they don't just show paintings, they also show sculptures as well. And the last one, my favorite one, they display many different paintings from many different artists such as Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo and Van Gogh. That's going to be it for Trafalgar Square. On to our next spot.
Excited is an understatement, but as we pass Savile Row, I realised, for those of you who have actually watched the Kingsman movie, this is where one of the scenes is based, where he actually comes in, and it's the
cover base for Kingsman HQ. If you come with me, it will even show you an engraving of Kingsman. So what's the exact address of this? So it's a 10
Savile Road?
opposite 33 Savile Road. Is
36.
is Huntsman. So highly recommend you check it out if you are a huge fan of the show. Alright, so we're here after Whisper, but we're here in the exact replica of the changing room used in the Kingsman. Have a look around, and it's even got, is it Eggsy?
Yeah.
Yeah, Eggsy's suit.
Yes, I showed.
Yeah, that was the scene. That is the scene right there.
Behind me is Leicester Square Station, and a few minutes walk that way, I'm gonna take you to one of my favorite spots in London, man. Let's go. So we're at Ronnie Scotts, my favorite spot. I've come here a few times with my friends. I've even come here with my mum. It is such an amazing vibe. The soul, the energy is next level. This has been around here since 1959. It was actually on another street, and then a couple years later was transferred to here. And it houses some of the best jazz music you'll get in the country. I've been to a few jazz bars around the world. Personally, my favorite. So if you come round here, Ronnie Scotts, you've got to check out. All right.
So guys, we're here in Coventry Street. Now, one thing I'd like to say is there's a lot to do. I don't want to limit this place to just one thing. I'd like to talk about a few things. So, first of all, behind me is TWGT, a very, very exquisite tea place. And on top of that, they have a tea salon right upstairs. So if you want to have something very British to do while you're here, there's that. Another thing I'd like to mention is there's the M&M Worlds. I love M&Ms. They're probably my favorite sweet chocolate in-between thing. On top of that, Chinatown is literally just down the left of this road. This is a connecting road between Piccadilly Circus and Leicester Square down there. And yeah.
About this place, it's very expensive first of all, but it does ooze out exquisiteness and elegance within teas. You don't just get your standard everyday British tea, you get different array of teas. Over there on top you can see different kind of teas, different kind of drinks that they offer, all in big tins.
Alright guys, so I've just landed here at Fenchurch Street, which is actually home to one of many financial districts here in London. It actually houses the Sky Gardens, which actually appeared in one of our videos, as well as one of the biggest monuments in London. Let's check it out. Alright guys, so here we are in the Tower of London, which is about a 6-minute walk or so from Fenchurch Street. So as always, I'm here with the facts. So this was actually built in the late 11th century by a guy named William the Conqueror. Is it David the Conqueror? William the Conqueror, I think. And it was built as for the purpose of defense from attack from other countries. It then later hosted as a royal palace for the royal family, obviously, and even as a prison for about 400 to 500 years, including the execution of Anne Boleyn, which was the 5th wife. Testing my history knowledge here. The 5th. There's a way to remember it, I kind of forgot. One of the wives of King Henry VIII. So I highly recommend place to, brush up on your history of London. So it's not the 5th, it's the 2nd, I've just checked. In case you want to double check my info, here, this is where I've kind of got it from. And here, which then, oh there you go, Anne Boleyn. And that overlooks the Tower of London.
Let's go guys, so we've landed at our next spot in Piccadilly, right? And I'm right in the middle of Piccadilly Circus, and it's one of my favourite spots in London because it connects you to so many places. You've got Regent Street down there, Oxford Street, Shaftesbury Avenue, Trafalgar Square, Knightsbridge a couple minutes down. You cannot miss this spot when you come to London, and I'm going to show you one of my favourite spots to visit when you come down. So another thing I forgot to mention is that literally a minute walk at the junction is Leicester Square. I can't believe I didn't mention Leicester Square. It's actually one of the nicest spots to come down on a Friday, Saturday night. It is buzzing. So many people, so many food outlets. There's so many bars, clubs, restaurants, whatever you're into. If you're into the finer things, you've got some shows. Walk a few minutes down Leicester Square, you've got Soho, along Charing Cross Road. You've got even more bars, restaurants. One of the places I'd highly recommend, which is one of our next spots, which I won't say now, I'll leave it to the next spot. Shaftesbury Avenue. Some of the best West End shows you can find, from Thriller, Les Miserables, Aladdin, which is now going to be turned into the Prince of Egypt, and so many more. One of my favorite spots. I absolutely love musicals.